Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with yet another AITA story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for lying to my mother-in-law about the gender of our baby after she promised to keep it a secret?
Oh, this seems maniacal, doesn't it?
I didn't really want a gender reveal party, but my husband's family made a big deal about it, so I agreed. My mother-in-law was convinced that I knew the gender and insisted I tell her. I totally didn't, and I told her that fact. She wore me down after a month of bothering me about it. She begged me and promised that she wouldn't tell anyone. This was all in texts. I told her it was a girl. I figured it was a 50-50 chance and it would get her off my back. Well, she lied. She did not keep it a secret. When we cut the cake to reveal a blue inside, there was a really awkward silence. She had told literally all of the guests from her side of the family so they could bring appropriate gifts since she knew it was a girl. I'd be like, y'all, I got an announcement to make. This is shocking. This is shocking news. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Cheryl can't keep a secret. No. Say it ain't so, Cheryl. Say it ain't so. It's so. My friends and family quickly gathered around to congratulate us on our son. She came over and hissed at me. Wait, she hissed? Like a cat? She came over and hissed at me that I made her look stupid.
You made me look stupid.
Sorry, I can't not do it. I reminded her that she had promised not to tell anyone. She said she had never promised, so I showed her our text conversation. Boom! Oh, Grandma's like, I used to be able to pull this shit off before text messages. Now there's evidence for everything. Some of her family were right there when I did it, so they heard her admit that she lied and never intended to keep that promise. She said that it was a dick move and that I only did it to embarrass her. I again reminded her that I had told her on multiple occasions that I didn't know the gender. My husband wants me to apologize to keep the peace. I probably will, but I don't think I was an asshole like she seems to think. Candy Thunder included the top comment for us here. It is, NTA, she embarrassed herself. I'm sorry you embarrassed yourself by lying is about the only apology I'd be willing to give. I'm going to agree on NTA here. When people get exposed, of course they get pissed off about getting exposed. How do you want them to react? You want her to be like, oh, you know what? You're right. I lied. I had no intention of keeping that secret. I went straight to everyone that I have on my smartphone and I just told them all the same message. I didn't even copy paste. I just manually wrote the whole thing 27 times. I had no intention of keeping that secret at all. And I can see why you would expect me to, because I did, plain as day, say that I promised not to tell anyone, but of course you know me better than that. I did not expect, though, the turntables that you put on me by telling me that it was a girl when you did not know. And here I've made myself look like a fool and I have been exposed. Thank you so much for teaching me a valuable lesson. Is that how we really expected her to react? Of course she's going to flip her shit. Of course she's going to be pissed off. People, when they get exposed, get mad at the person who exposed them. That's completely reasonable. Not saying it's the right thing, but it's what we would expect to happen. You would expect the person who gets exposed to get pissed at the person who exposed them. So that would be the apology. I'm sorry that I exposed you, you heinous bitch. I should write that. I should come out with a line of greeting cards that are like, apologies for exposing someone. Or apologies for shitty situations where it's like a forced apology and not a real one at all. I'm sorry for exposing you. I'm sorry for exposing what a lying hag you are. Sorry for exposing that you're a shit person. We could do this. We could come out with a line of greeting cards. I have checked, and our DustyThunderSwag.com site does not have greeting cards as an option. We could come up with our own, though. You could get like a kit of like 5 of them together, and it's just random. Random. Cake was weaponized to expose the mother-in-law. And as far as weaponized cake goes, I'm okay with it. I know I've said before, you don't use kids and you don't use cake. But in this way, this is okay. I completely advocate for using cake to expose someone who is a liar. Completely okay with that. Cake can be used for malicious intent as long as it's good form. We'll put it that way. The silence once they cut into the cake, where like this whole side of the room, who already thought it was a girl because grandma told them that, is like, oh, well, shit. You know how much pain and extra work she caused so many people because she couldn't keep her flipping mouth shut because now all these people have to return these gifts. Or maybe they put all of that on OP. There's a good question. OP, everybody brought girl gifts that grandma told her. And if you have to be the one to go exchange those, no apology necessary at all. No apology necessary, period. But for real and for sure, no apology if you have to do the extra work for her lie. If she went and told a bunch of people something that was incorrect that she promised not to tell, and that creates a whole bunch of extra work for you, you're the only one who gets to be pissed. And actually, I would kind of put all that work on her and be like, okay, here's this trunk load of items and a list of all the shit that has to be returned or exchanged because, you know, you lied and told people something that was inaccurate. So get to it. This is going to be enough pain to create change. Whenever you say something like, I don't know, maybe she'll actually believe you instead of being like, oh, I know that you know. I know that you know. You're just not telling us, but you'll tell me, won't you? I promise I won't tell anyone. So technically, she didn't use either one of them because really she used the mother's lie against her. That's really the only thing that she used. She allowed the cake to be the messenger here to announce that she was lying. I mean, it could be a big pain in the ass to return all of that stuff. So I would make mother-in-law do it as punishment for her lie. Turntables turning.